Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Travis's Tip of the Day, episode number 13. In today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about SEO and membership sites. And we actually have a blog post on this. So Kim has been very kind and she has rounded up all of her knowledge, or most of it at least, and her experience with SEO and membership sites specifically. And I just wanted to bring this to your attention mainly because SEO plays a vital role in any website, let alone membership sites, especially membership sites, if you think about it. Google and getting organic traffic being sent to your website is crucial nowadays. It's not even a nice to have, it's very much a necessity, and many people are needing to really learn some form of SEO if they want to have a successful website, even if it just is the basics. So in today's video, I just wanted to highlight this free blog post that you can access. This isn't a content restricted blog post. It's called A Technical SEO Guide for Membership Sites. Now, a lot of the basics that a normal website will sort of have to, or the criteria that a normal website will have to meet, is true for membership sites, with a couple of differences. So in detail, you might want to check this out. It is available on our blog. It's called Technical SEO Guide for Membership Sites. I do have a link down in the description of this video. So if you want, you can just go ahead and check that out. At most, or sort of the minimum rather, that you really want to ensure that you're doing is you want to install on your WordPress site a plugin like Yoast or all-in-one SEO pack. And you want to just try and make sure that when you publish a page or a post, that you get, in Yoast's case, the green lights, making sure that you have a compliant SEO page. And even when you do that, it's not to say that you will rank very highly right off the bat. It does take time. So I'm going to just show you Yoast here for a bit, and let's see what that brings up. Let me actually go ahead and share my full screen so you can see better. So Yoast is a SEO plugin that we use on our site. They are well established in the SEO and WordPress community. As you can see over here, they've got 5+ million active installs. They're massive. They do regular updates. So, and they've got, almost 5 out of 5 stars here, with very few negative ratings in the greater scheme of things. What I like about Yoast is that it gives you both a readability as well as a SEO sort of indicator, and you can actually see these. Maybe I can show you. Let me go ahead and actually go and edit our post over here. So this is actually on our site, and Yoast allows you to, get a very clear indication of how your post or your page is ranking. And as you make changes to it, you will see that your indicator will go from red, which is it's poor and it needs a lot of work, to a orange indicator light, which will be your sort of, this is an average, you're kind of meeting some of the criteria, but not all of it. And the green post, which is very good, all systems are go. You're in a great position to have a very easy to read post, as well as a post that can be crawled and indexed by search engines. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why this is taking some time to load. It's very overcast here in South Africa, and particularly where I am. So hopefully that will load up now. But Yoast is a great one. I know that you can use the all-in-one SEO pack. I've seen a few people that have done that. We've liked Yoast for its simplicity. Maybe I'm just going to go ahead and I'll show you that another time. But anyway, back to the technical SEO guide. So just building your membership sites on WordPress is already a positive when it comes to SEO, mainly because WordPress has been built to be easily shared and indexed with search engines. So, just having it on WordPress is already a huge plus. Google likes WordPress sites quite a lot. It's a very SEO friendly content management system to build on. So we like that. The nice thing that we have here is, and Kim has laid out a technical SEO pre-publish checklist. So this is a very good checklist, and it actually comes from a presentation by Pam Angst. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, from WordCamp US 2019. And these are our main takeaways, and if you go and actually check these when you are publishing your membership site and specific posts and pages, you stand a very good chance in ranking highly with Google. So as you can see here, some things to think about are permalinks and slugs, and specifically the keywords that you use. They need to match up in your permalinks so that Google knows to reference that content. Try keep your URL length around 75 characters and definitely under 120 characters. So the shorter, more concise, the more impact your URL can have. And if you can have a short URL with your keywords in it, that's going to make a big difference. Balance the length against making the slug topic and keyword relevant. Avoid underscores and funky parameters. Hyphens are the only non-alphanumeric character that can be used, or you should be using. So that's a good tip as well. Don't get too crazy with how your URL looks. Google doesn't like that. Moving on to the meta title. So the meta title is essentially your title tag, and it's for that particular page that you're working on. And this is used greatly in Google search results. So again, you want to keep your meta title tag longer than 60 characters in this case. And a lot of tips that I've read about is you actually want to also make your meta title very readable. So you want to have your keywords in there, but it must also make sense. And the same is true for your meta description. As you can see here, you've got a longer optimal length. So you have 150 to 170 characters, and you want to try and make this description more enticing and readable. So have a look at that. We have some more things here, like make sure it contains your page's primary key phrase, make the description unique, etc. Another big one is images on your page. So you basically leaving SEO on the table if you upload an image and you keep it, say for example, screenshot 23, and it's got the date PNG. So you want to try and actually change that name to Kim typing SEO guide.png, for example. Make it relevant, drop a couple of keywords in there if you can. And you definitely want to make sure that the size is optimal. So it's not too big, not too small. It's nice and captivating, but you also, and I'm trying to see where, yes, over here, you want to make sure you have an alt attribute that accurately describes the image. This is big for two reasons. One, for accessibility reasons, so people who can't see or make out the image very easily, so they can understand what that image is. But this is also how Google sort of identifies and filters or indexes your images on your site. So that's a big one. You can add tags. Tags is very important. The use of headings and keywords in your headings is a big one. And of course, your content length. Yoast gives, and I think this is true for most things, but you should reach a minimum of about 300 words in order for your content to rank highly. So we also go a little bit in depth on protected content and SEO. Most membership sites want to restrict access to members only content, and Paid Memberships Pro can protect content for members only, whether the content is restricted for a specific level or any level of the membership. It's important to note that protected content is not only hidden from a human visitor, but also from a search engine or search bot. So there's a couple of reasons for this. And, we have an article that covers going over excerpts and how to do that a little bit more in detail. And so you might just want to check that out. This is a very important read to cover when going over membership site SEO. And this is also another reason why you want to restrict your content, but you also want to make some free content that is available to be crawled by search engines and Google. You want to let Google know that your site is pertaining to music, the music industry, or fitness, or whatever the case may be. And if you only have lockdown posts, then this might be a problem for SEO in the long run. And that could also be why you're not getting the traffic that you're hoping for. And then you can also use our limit post views for SEO. So limit post views add-on, let me see if I can open that up over there. The limit post views add-on allows you to expose your blog posts for a limited amount of views per person. And once that limit has been reached, then the person will be redirected to a paywall. So this is we actually have a video over here. This is a great way for you to expose your content to search engines and get it indexed. But at the same time, as you can see here, for example, your non-members can view 5 posts per month before they actually get redirected to a paywall or a payment gateway. They will have to become a member. And the same is true if you have a premium member. So maybe a premium member, for example, can have 10 views per hour. And if they want more than that, then they have to upgrade or whatever the case may be. And here you can see that your members or non-members, once they reach that limit, they'll be redirected to the membership levels page. And if you want, you can even create your own page, and you can say here, hey, on this created page, hey, thank you for reviewing so many X amount of posts. We hope you liked it. Please upgrade to view more. And as you can see here, we have it great for SEO. So this add-on allows your bots to index your posts and information. So this is a very big takeaway, something that we don't focus on enough as membership site owners is our SEO. It's vital for us. And how I like to think about SEO is one of those things that it takes a lot of effort up front to do it and to do it right, but it's comparable to a seed. So every single time you have a post that has got your green lights, your SEO has been taken care of, it's essentially like you have planted a little content seed. Now that seed won't really do much for your brand and your business right away, but over time, as people view it, as people come to share your content, as Google indexes your content more and more, that little content seed, that one single post can, be responsible for hundreds, if not thousands of members being redirected to your site. And you never really know which piece of content is going to be the one that really brings traction to your site. So definitely it's something that we've been doing more in recent months and years, is focusing on our SEO. It's not enough to just put out content there and hope for the best. You want to make sure that it is compliant for your sake more than anyone else. And actually, no, that's not true. It makes a big deal because people who are searching for your solutions, and if you think about it, it's a little bit selfish not to properly make sure that your posts are SEO compliant. Because if I am searching for a solution on dad fitness, for example, and there is a dad fitness blog out there that is producing top quality content, but it's not really meeting SEO requirements, I will never find it, or I'll have to struggle my way to find it. So SEO is big for you as a membership site owner, as well as your audience or your potential audience. You never know who's looking for your solutions out there. Great. So with that, let me just go back here. So have a look at a technical SEO guide for membership sites on our blog. You can view all of the details over there. It goes into detail on why WordPress is a good place to build your membership site on. You also have detail on the technical SEO pre-published checklist. And here we've got point forms that you can follow for each and every step of the way to make sure you're SEO compliant. And then finally, have a look at our protected content and SEO and how that fits into the greater scheme of things. And definitely have a look at our limit post views add-on. This is a great way to actually go ahead and expose your content to Google. Great. And so I think that is it for today. SEO was the topic of today's episode. I hope to see you here tomorrow, and let me know if you have any topics that you want, or questions that you need help on. So see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.